First this evening, Texas could soon make its own textbooks available to elementary schools across the state that contain lessons about the Bible.
And today, the State Board of Education held its last meeting to collect input before members vote on the proposed curriculum. KXAN's Will Dupree takes a look at what could be taught in classrooms.
Teaching about the influence of religion and history and culture is an important part of a well-rounded education, but you can't turn public schools into Sunday schools.
Critics claim that's what could happen if the state adopts new reading textbooks for kindergarten through 5th grade students. One lesson they could get is about Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper, coupled with Bible verses and a narrative about Jesus' resurrection. Another teaches 3rd graders about the Bible's story of Jesus' life in a broader lesson about ancient Rome.
For children to be able to thrive here and really understand their own country, they need to be able to understand some biblical context.
Supporters say these religious lessons could hold up in court.
It is legal, constitutional. In my opinion, it is very important for us to be teaching these things.
But one Democratic lawmaker argues otherwise, pointing out that even the law gives teachers immunity from constitutional violations.
We have places for people to come and learn about religion. They're called churches. You should check them out. They're on every street corner.
If the state board approves this curriculum, Texas could give districts money for them to use it. They could get as much as $60 per student. In Austin, I'm Will Dupree.
The proposed curriculum also includes references to the parable of the Good Samaritan and instruction about the Golden Rule. The final vote on this will happen in November. To give some depth right now, this is not the first time the state's curriculum decisions have come under the microscope. Just last year, the State Board of Education rejected some science textbooks after concerns of lessons on climate change, which highlighted fossil fuels as a cause of man-made climate change. The state also considered curriculum materials from PragerU, which touts itself as a, quote, free alternative to the dominant left-wing ideology in culture, media, and education.
And earlier this year, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick expressed that he wasn't happy that Texas was not the first state to require the 10 Commandments in public schools. He made a post on social media after Louisiana passed a similar law back in June. Last year, the Texas Senate passed a bill that would require every public K-12 classroom to put up a poster or framed copy of the 10 Commandments, and it would have to be at least 16 by 20 inches in size. The full House never took up the legislation, so it failed to become law. Patrick says he intends to pass it again in the Senate during the session next year.